Hi everyone, it's Bobby. I wanted to share with you these Scalloped gift treat boxes I've been making today. I've made 4 of them for gifts, and following this walkthrough there will be a tutorial on this one here, step by step. So they're real easy to make and really quick. What started it all was I had a die for this one, but it's really tiny, and I put this one on a little wobbler and it says "We." It's just got Tootsie Roll and some other candies in it, and I'm going to give this to one of the girls at our office. The girl that does all the scheduling of the nurses is real sweet, and I wanted to give her a little something, so this will be hers. But I wanted one that was bigger, and it doesn't have tabs to fold under to make the box corner really tight and secure, so I cut little 1-inch scraps of this snowflake paper and made a little patch on the inside so that it made a complete corner. And then on the next one I cut it down smaller so I could put dog treats in it, and I used my scraps from Nostalgia for that, and I tied bows around the little dog bones and just put those down in there. That's going to my grandpuppies for Christmas. And this one is with what I had left from, I think it's called Santa Baby. It's a Prima paper that Tamara had at one time. I don't know if she still has it or not, but it turned out real pretty, and I just put a banner across the back with tags because I was just about out of all of these papers. So I want that to go that way. And then the last one, this is just a, I don't know where it came from. It's just been in my stash for a long while. I put some Santa marshmallow candies, some lip smackers, some candies, Tootsie Rolls, hot cocoa, and candy canes. And then this is the last one. And it is the frost paper that Tamara sent me for my December tutorials. And it is by PhotoPlay's. And it has a snowman, also pretty much the same thing, the candy canes, the snowman, marshmallow, or Tootsie Rolls, a couple of lip smackers, and hot chocolate. And that's it. So I hope you enjoy this and you'll stay around for the tutorial. And if you do make one, be sure you post a picture and tag me. I love to see what you all make. Alright, stay tuned and you'll see the video. Okay, for the scallop box, the first thing you're going to need is your cardstock. These 2 pieces come out of one 12 by 12 sheet. So, and then you'll have a few pieces of scrap left. And this is what is left from my 12 by 12, these 3 little pieces. So, your first piece measures 9 1/8 wide and 6 1/2 tall. Your second piece measures 6 1/8 wide by 4 1/4 tall. So on this smaller piece, the only thing we're going to do is score it at 1 inch with the 4 1/4 at the top. And then on the larger piece, with the 9 1/8 at the top, we're going to score at 1/2. 1 1/2. Turn it 1 time and score it 1. And then turn it 1 more time, and again we're going to score it 1/2 and 1 1/2. I like to score it twice on the Artisan. This that I'm using right here for the purpose of the tutorial is not Artisan, but this is just a throwaway, and I don't want to waste my Artisan for that. So I already have my pieces cut out, but I wanted to show you how to get to the point where I currently am. So let's get rid of this. And this is what you're going to end up with. This is my template. This is what we've scored so far. And this is the front piece, and we scored it 1 inch. Okay, that's how I drew up my pattern. Okay, so on these score lines, we're going to cut out this little square here at the bottom. We don't need that anymore. And I like to cut away that dimple that your scoring tool makes. And then we're going to cut up on this line just to the 1 inch. And we're going to angle these a little bit. Just like so. And we'll angle this one as well. I didn't cut out my dimple like I said I was going to. And there we go. Just a little bit of an angle. And we'll just cut this one completely out. So that is the base for the back part of your box. And this is your front. Now what you need to do is find some circular items in your house that you can trace around to get the design that you want. I used a round die. You can use a punch just to get this scallop. This is the same thing as this. Just a little bit narrower. But I just used, you can use bottle tops, dies, punches, lids of things, just whatever size you have that you like. And then you'll do the same thing for the top piece. And what you'll do with the top is lay your items here and trace over the top so that at the top they stand up on the back piece, and on the bottom piece they go the opposite direction. Okay, and then you'll cut those out. Okay. Oh, also, when you get a little bit farther, what I did was on my template, make sure I'm in frame here, on my template I laid the front piece down and measured where this needs to match. And I just drew a straight line from my curved section straight down on both sides. Just use a ruler, or you can freehand it if you're good at that. But just match up your score lines and put a little tick mark here where those two meet, so that when you cut this off and you put them together, they match on the sides. Okay, so there's that. Now for the video, I already have my pieces cut out. I'm not going to ink these because I'm using white cardstock. So now what I like to do when I cut them out is I like to take my pattern paper the same size and put it behind here when I'm cutting, so that I cut them identical. And then when you bring it around front, you'll have a perfect match when you layer it. Just like that. And you'll score these pieces exactly the same as you did the front. 1/2, 1.5 on both sides, and 1 inch at the bottom. Then, for the front, you'll need one piece, which I cut this one the same way. I put it on the back side and cut them out together. And then when you bring it forward, see, it's a perfect match. And this will be a piece for the inside after we get it put together. It's shorter because you don't need the length. Okay, so let's, on this one, we're going to cut 1 inch off of it. My little trimmer. We just need it to be long enough to miss that score line so we don't have any overhang, and it'll be a little more than 1 inch that you'll cut, probably 1 inch and 1/8. I'm going to put a little tick mark here just so I can tell you for sure how much it is. I think it's probably going to be about, where did I put them? Oh, I see it. I couldn't see it for a minute. It is, it's hard to see on this print. It's right in that blue cuff. Right there. Yeah, about 1 1/8 inches. Make sure it's straight in there. Now save this piece that you cut off because we'll mat the bottom of the box with it. Once you turn this under, we'll use it here to mat the bottom. So let's make sure this one matches now that we've cut it. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so we can glue this one down. Make sure I got my bone. Yes, I have my bone folder here. Okay. So we're going to glue this down. Just like that. And this is the frost paper by PhotoPlay. It is so pretty and cheery. Now we'll put this on last after we assemble the box. So on this one we need to fold and burnish all our score lines. This is going to go together in one unit. You won't have to cut any side panels or anything for the to mat the inside at all. It's all going to be one piece, seamless. This may crack on me, I don't know. I've never had any problems with PhotoPlay, but I'm not sure. Okay, this one the same way. We're going to fold them forward, because this is going to be the inside of the box here. This artisan paper is so nice. It's really crisp. It holds a good edge. And then you want the bottom folded up, and we'll trim this one just like I showed you on the other piece on my template. Okay, so we're going to cut out this little corner, taking out that little dimple. And I'll angle this a little bit. And I didn't get the dimple of it. I'll have to go back and trim that a little bit. Let's cut this out. Okay, now we have to do the same thing to this piece. It's a little bit harder to see your score lines on the printed paper. I didn't get the dimple. I'm always afraid of cutting up too short, and then I don't cut short enough. There's our miter, our trim. Okay. I'm going to take this one out. Okay, here's that. Okay, now we want to put this one down, and it's going to attach just like that. And we'll have to trim a little bit off the bottom. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to take my fine tip off so I can get more glue. So I want to make sure I've got plenty on this. So we're going to start over here. Oops, that's plenty for sure. But do not glue the bottom flaps. Go across that 1-inch line. And make sure you get it in your seams here. It takes a bit to make sure you've got good coverage, but oh, it's so worth it. Okay, put this back on there. Now I'm going to have some ooze for sure because I got carried away with those first 2 swipes. So let's get this top lined up like we want it. And that looks good to me. Let me get a wipe here. I know I'm going to have ooze, but that's okay. I want to make sure I've got super good coverage. Don't want any buckling. Okay, no glue there. It's okay, it'll dry clear. See, we have a little overage here, but that's because we brought it down from the original side. Now these folds will match up, but we're going to let it dry a little bit. In the meantime, okay, that should be good and dry where we can fold it now without our paper or anything buckling. So let's go ahead and reburnish these lines again. Make sure we got a good fold now that we have more bulk in there. See, by scoring both of them separately before you put them together, you make sure you have a good score line that matches on both pieces. And everything's down nice and tight. Now push this one up out of your way, and let's glue these 2 little tabs down. And we can trim off anything we don't need. These are going to make the back of our box. So let's trim off this right here. We don't need that in there. Or this little dab. Isn't going to hurt anything, we just don't need it. And this here. Get my scissors in there. And this little dab here. Take that out so it doesn't hamper our corner. Getting a good sharp edge. And then this we can trim off because that might mess up our corner. short, I'm not sure. Okay. So now we're going to bring these two pieces in to make the back of our box and square up our corners and match them up as good as we can. I'm going to get some clothespins to hold them until they set up. Because they're a little bit stiff now that we've got this extra bulk. Just fold this up and burnish this one more time. Make sure I've got a good edge on it. To be where it's supposed to be. That one needs to be pushed into place a little bit. Okay, and let's put some glue on there. And these tabs are going to go underneath the designer paper, and we'll glue that down last. So we're going to make our corner here. And we're going to clothespin this together. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. Make sure you see what I'm doing here. Just push it together as best you can to make a nice corner. Okay, now we'll let that set up a minute. Okay, now these are dry, so we can glue this little piece down to the inside. So I'm just going to add some glue in there. And we'll set that up. And burnish it real good and make sure it's down nice and tight. Just making sure it's nice and even. Okay, now we can attach the front. And we want to score this 1 inch under. Now we're going to match this edge with this edge and glue our two front pieces on like that. Now if you need to trim it, make sure these are looks like I might need a little bit of a trim here. Just a little bit. So let me make a mark there. Kind of hard to get a mark on it. I have to hold it up against me. Like that. Like that. And let me get the other side. Not as much over here. Okay. So I need to take a little snip out of these so that I don't have any overhang. Just like that. let's glue these down. Right here. I want to make sure I get it along the edge. And right here. Okay. Let's match these up real quick. Let's put a clothespin right here at that top. Right here. Match these up all. Ouch, got my finger in it. All the way down. Glue seeping out. Okay. I'm going to go down in here and get these with the bone folder. And then this will fold right over. I'm going to trim this edge just a tiny bit. Looks like it's just a hair too wide. We can seal that down on the bottom. Set up. Okay, now there's your little box. And I've cut 2 side pieces out of scraps. And I just put them down on the inside like this. And then drew a line where I needed to cut them. And I think they might be a little bit too wide. I'm just going to trim it off with the scissors. This goes on this side. Yeah, I need to trim a little bit off. I need to angle this one just a little bit more. And let me make it an even inch. See how that works, because I think I've got an 1 1/8. Yeah, I do. I have enough glue right there. Hold that down for a minute. Okay, now let's glue this. I need a eraser, a little pencil line right there. Okay, we'll glue this down to the side.
What's your brush?
this one down to 1 as well. And here's my angle. And some glue on this one. That one may be a bit long. No, it's alright. There we go. Now for the back of the box. Enough glue on there. We've still got this piece for the bottom. I don't want to forget that, and that needs to be about 7/8 of an inch. So let me trim that off. I think. Maybe. Okay, ruler, where'd you go? I'll tell you, I can lose my head. It's not attached. Okay, ruler. Well, let's hope 7/8 is right, because I can't find my ruler. Right now it is cut a little over an inch. I'm going to cut it in an inch first and see how that works. I don't want to get it too narrow. Yep, it's a good thing I didn't cut it 7/8. It'd be too small. Okay, that'll be perfect. 1 inch. And this was the piece that we cut off the bottom of the front panel. So we're going to put this down here. Center. Hush, Roxy. Roxy. Center of the bottom. Okay, there's that. Oh, I need more glue on here. I don't know what's wrong with me and the glue today. I'm not getting enough glue for some reason. Let me hold on to it a minute. It's been really humid, a lot of rain here, and that's probably why it's doing that. It has such an effect on your glue. There. So there's our box. Isn't that just the cutest little thing? Okay, so on the back, I am just putting a decorative panel and then some stickers, which is what I decided to do with it, because I am so close to running out of paper. I don't have any really decent sized pieces left. And on the samples that you'll see in the walkthrough, I've used the last of my Nostalgia by Authentique, as well as all the frost from PhotoPlay. Just put it down like that. and put that on the back panel with some stickers to embellish it. And then I'll put a gift tag on them before I get them in the mail. These have to go in the mail tomorrow. So I wanted to get this tutorial done for you guys so you could hopefully make some of your own for little gifts. Because they're so fast, as you can see. And this will just be a decorative panel on the back. Let me get my stickers. Let me see. Let's put this one on here. Melt my heart and glue all over me. And what else? Here we go. Here's a good one. Happy holidays. Okay, now we're going to decorate the front and fill this little puppy up. Okay, the only thing we have left as far as the box, I almost forgot this little piece for the inside. We don't want to forget that because it's unfinished. So we're just going to put some glue on the back side of this. And we'll stick it down in, if I can get my glue on there. Keep missing the edge. And we're just going to put this down inside. Burnish it real good. Use this one. It's got a better handle on it and I can get to the corner better. There we go. Okay, so there's our finished box lined inside and out. Okay, now what on the front, I took one of the stickers and mounted it on a white cardstock and used a little scallop die, and I'm just going to glue the bottom portion of it, about half of it, so it sticks up. Make sure I got my glue trapped under there, about like that. And then on the front, I want to use the tree, and I want to put it over here. With the word cozy. I don't want that on there. Change my mind. Let's see what else. About snow games. And I've got 2 penguins left. So I'm going to put this little guy right here. I don't like it up there. I'm going to put him down here at the base of the box. And then the other penguin, I want to put on a wobbler. And these are just the little things that make them wiggle. They're so cute. Sometimes they're hard to get these adhesive strips off the back. Okay, and I just want to put him on there, and they're clear plastic. They do have words on them in some places, but hopefully it won't show. One more piece to get off. And I'm going to put him right over here. Get it unstuck from my finger, I am. And you can see the plastic a little bit. See, it wiggles. And then it says, "Brr." Isn't that cute? Okay, so for the inside of the box, I wanted to use this snowman embellishment that I had in my stash. And I'm going to tuck him down in here. But in order to support him, I'm going to wad up a piece of tissue paper and stuff down in the bottom of it because he's kind of weighty. And then I want 2 candy canes. And 2 chocolate bars. Let's get some of this white tissue in here. I don't mind the red, but I don't want the green this time. Some of the shredded tissue. And let me grab a package of hot cocoa over here. Let's go and see. And a package of cocoa in here. My granddaughter loves cocoa. And her mother both. Let me pull this back out first so the cocoa will go down far enough. There's the cocoa. And we'll stuff this around it. And some more of the white and red. Get out of there, green. It's bound determined, isn't it? Put some over here. I'm making a mess is what I'm doing. Okay, now I want to give her some. Okay, I want to give her a couple of these little lip smackers and some Tootsie Rolls. There we go. So there's another one, all finished and ready to go in the mail. They're just the cutest little things, and you see how quick we made it. Was nothing to it at all. So I hope you'll give it a try, and if you do, post a picture and tag me so I can see what you've made. I really enjoy seeing what you guys make, and send me a message. I love to hear from y'all. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye, and everybody have a very Merry Christmas.